motion.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that following the presidential proclamation issued on 15th October 2025 regarding the passing on of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, EGH, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya, and pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 259D1, the tributes of this House be recorded in honor of the late former Prime Minister's contribution in this House, his selfless service to the Republic and the continent of Africa, and for his role in promoting democracy, peace, and stability in Kenya and the region. Honorable Speaker, on my own behalf and on my own family and the people of Kilifi North constituency, and indeed on behalf of the members of this House, convey our deepest and most heartfelt condolences to the family of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga following his demise. Honorable Speaker, in mourning the great Right Honorable Raila Odinga, I want to paraphrase the words of John Quincy Adams, the 6th President of the United States of America, and say this: Raila Odinga's actions inspired this nation to do more, to be more, to learn more, and to become more. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was a leader for all Kenyans, even those who did not believe in him. He was a warrior for Kenya. He was our Mandela. Honorable Speaker, you may recall when Mandela was released from prison, he shook hands with his jailers and served in the same government with his jailers. It's the same spirit with which the Honorable Raila Odinga took every time there was a contest, a fierce contest in this country. But every time, those who ridiculed him, those who said words about him, but every time we ended an election, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga sat with the same people and steered this country towards the next level. And that was the man, Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila personified liberation, justice, and the rule of law, epitomized by the coming into force of the new constitution, and that he believed in constitutionality because that's what he thought and believed that this country should be governed on the principles of constitutionalism. In all these warrior accolades, Honorable Speaker, he remained charismatic, approachable, inclusive, mortal, and a remarkable family man, Honorable Speaker. If you had a chat with the Honorable Raila Odinga for as many hours as you will, but in his talk, he will always speak about his family, highly about his family, and say that he's a man, that he is who he was because his family stood by him. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga had a higher purpose for his life. And in that trait, Honorable Speaker, that higher purpose for his life, he picked very many people here from nowhere, Honorable Speaker, and created leaders out of them, Honorable Speaker. A lot of the members of parliament that sit here today, and even former members, Honorable Speaker, owe it to Raila Amolo Odinga that they are here, Honorable Speaker. And that is something we cannot take away from him. Yours truly here, Honorable Speaker. Raila Odinga picked me from my university lecture room. I knew nothing about politics. I didn't even aspire to be a politician. But when I met him, and he encouraged me, and I feared running for a political post, but he encouraged me. Today, I am the leader that my people can depend on because Raila Amolo Odinga made me who I am today. Honorable Speaker, many of us, as we sit here, the same hallowed chamber that the Honorable Raila Odinga sat many years, remember his debates, his contribution, his fierce contests in these chambers, not for himself, not for what he wanted for himself, but what he wanted and inspired for this nation, to make Kenya a great nation. As he lies in state today, and he lies in state in this honorable chamber as Honorable Speaker, we mourn a great man. A man whose spirit, whose life story, Honorable Speaker, describes what Kenya is. And the up and hills, and the hills that this country has gone through, Honorable Speaker, and the progress that we have made as a country can only be described in one statement: we owe it to Raila Amolo Odinga. Finally, Honorable Speaker, I would like to mourn the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga using the words of Elton John on his song, Goodbye England Rose. And I want to say this: goodbye Kenyan Rose. May you ever grow in our hearts. You are the grace that blessed where lives were torn apart. You called out to our country and you whispered to those in pain. Now you belong to heaven and the stars spell out your name. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never fading with the sunset. When the rain set in, and your footsteps will always fall here. Along Kenya's greenest hills, your candles burned out long before your legend ever will. I thank you, Honorable Speaker, and ask the Honorable Gesairo to second.
Gesairo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, today we sit here mourning the loss of the father of the second liberation, a man who fought for the constitution that we have today, the freedoms that we enjoy today, the freedom of speech, freedom of expression that we have today carries the name of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Honorable Speaker, Raila Amolo Odinga was a man of courage, a man who spoke for what he believed, who walked the talk, and ensured that he gave the rest of the country confidence that there is a better Kenya that is coming. Honorable Speaker, Raila Amolo Odinga was a man who spoke without speaking, a man who led without uttering a word. He was truly an enigma. He always re-emerged when everyone thought that he was down, when everyone thought that he had been vanquished. Baba had a way of coming back.
Have you read a poem by Art Garfunkel called The Sound of Silence?
Not yet, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker,